Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video, well, we have the Warhammer Day preview coming up from Games Workshop. It's going to be this Saturday night, and if you want to come and do a watch along and hang out, we will be doing a live stream, hangout, hobby, and watch along of the stream here on YouTube, where you can come hang out and chat with us. Of course, you can also go hang out with Games Workshop themselves on their own, on their Twitch channel or on Warhammer Plus. With that said, let's get talking about it, because I'm really excited for what we're going to see. We've got 6 games we're going to get some reveals for, which I think is really interesting. They are Warhammer 40,000 and Warhammer Age of Sigmar, obviously the two mainline games. We've also got Blood Bowl, Warhammer Age of Sigmar Warcry, which I'm really excited for, Warhammer Underworlds, and the Horus Heresy. Now, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to make some predictions, some bold predictions, and probably be terribly, terribly wrong, and maybe get some right, but we're going to make some predictions, and we're going to create a bit of discussion about what may happen at this reveal show. And so we're going to make a prediction for each one of these different games in the show, and so let's get cracking on into it. This is our predictions for what we're going to see for each game for the Warhammer Day preview from Games Workshop. And so, first prediction. So we'll start and we'll go Warhammer 40k, then we'll go Blood Bowl, and we'll go in that sort of order, down one column, down the next. But Warhammer 40k, I'm predicting maybe Genestealer cults. So there were some rumors floating around about Genestealer cults being one half of a brand new box set alongside another faction. So maybe this might be Genestealer cults and someone else that's going to be in a new dual box. The rumor, I believe, was Custodes. Yeah, maybe some sort of Terran war between Genestealer cults and the Custodes would be pretty cool, with a brand new character for each model. However, the other reason maybe we might see Genestealer cults is, of course, Tyranids have been rumoured for early next year as well. Whether or not, any of those be true, I think it'd be really cool to see some Genestealer cults. They're one of those armies that I really love the aesthetic of. I've been loving them even more and more watching the Angels of Death on Warhammer Plus. It's been a cool little show showing them off. So I'd be interested to see some new Genestealer cults minis. What would you like to see, and what do you think we're going to see for Warhammer 40k though? And next up we have Blood Bowl. Now, I think we're going to see Chaos Dwarves, if we see anything for Blood Bowl. Some brand new Chaos Dwarf minis who look amazing. Maybe they've given a little bit of insight into what we're seeing for the Chaos Dwarves in Warhammer Age of Sigmar in the future. But the reason I say Chaos Dwarves rather than say Tomb Kings, because we've seen a bit of the Tomb Kings sort of shown off and stuff like that. We've had the made to order stuff recently, so maybe we're not going to see Tomb Kings because they wouldn't have put that out otherwise. So I think maybe one of the older older teams we saw, like the Blood Bowl Chaos Dwarves, might be something we see in the game. I'm not awfully familiar with what the Blood Bowl release cycle is looking like, so I'd love to hear other people's thoughts on what they think we're going to see for Blood Bowl, but I think Chaos Dwarves would be pretty sweet. And so next, we've got Warhammer Underworlds, and I think it'd be fantastic to see some Clan Eshin stuff for Warhammer Underworlds. Skaven have long needed some brand new models to their range, and of course we remember the Death Runner that got added in Warhammer Quest Silver Tower, and I'd love to see some new Eshin. It being in the realm of Shadow now with Warhammer Underworlds, everything in this just screams to me we're going to get Clan Eshin, so I would love to see some minis. For those maybe more in the know, what do we reckon we're going to see? I have heard maybe we'll see a little bit more on the Rivals sort of card game, I guess the way to play that is, and that'd be really interesting, and learn more of how this new sort of layout of the release schedule of Underworlds is going to go as well. I think we'll definitely see some sort of thing to do with that, given some information on how it's going to work, which would be really useful to know the future of Underworlds and how we're going to go about that. But if we're going to see a new warband, please let it be Clan Eshin. And so the big one, I guess, for most people watching this channel, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, the Maggotkin of Nurgle, is what I think we're going to see. Rumours were that this was going to be a Beast of Chaos slot for this late Chaos book. We know it's going to be a Chaos book next release. They told us as much, though, take everything that was told this year with grain of salt due to just shipping issues and production issues and all that sort of stuff. But they keep posting all this Nurgle. They did the Nurgle v Sylvaneth art. They've got like the Nurgle symbols in the countdown now. I really do think we're going to see Nurgle. I don't think we'll see new models. Maybe we'll see some endless spells and maybe a new character model at best. But I don't think we're going to see like a full range release or anything like that. We'll definitely only see a couple of models. But yeah, I think it's just all pointing to Maggotkin and Nurgle. Now, the only other thing is they, of course, have shown this with like Sylvaneth in the fighting thing. So maybe we're going to get a Nurgle versus Sylvaneth dual box for Warhammer Age of Sigmar and a Sylvaneth somewhere down the pipeline. Maybe that's another thing we could see, but yeah, I think Maggotkin and Nurgle is probably the safe bet with everything they've been showing. The only thing, like obviously a Nurgle symbol could also be is, you know, looking at Death Guard and stuff like that. But I really don't think we're going to see Death Guard because obviously they've already got a 9th edition codex. So I do think this is going to be Maggotkin of Nurgle. And so, Warcry, I think this is probably the easiest slam dunk of any of these predictions, is we're going to see what exactly Red Harvest is. We've obviously already seen the cool spider guys and the new sort of Dark Oath looking Chaos dude as well. I think it's going to be a jewel box now. Red Harvest, I don't think it'll be a new edition. Warcry is that game that I really don't believe it needs a new edition. The rules are good. The additions of things like Catacombs make interesting styles of play. And I think Red Harvest will just be more a update to Warcry than rather a brand new edition of the game. We don't need a wholesale edition change because Warcry works fine, I think. We'll see maybe some new additions and some new ways to play with what exactly Red Harvest brings to the game. I don't know. I think we'll see the new Spider Warbands. I think we'll see the new Chaos Dudes. I think we're going to see maybe a whole new host of new factions. We'll see more boxes released, which is cool because obviously every time we get these, it's also like some new stuff for Slaves to Darkness, which is cool. But yeah, I think this is probably the most slam dunk one. We're going to find out exactly what Red Harvest is. It's probably going to be a brand new box set, much like Catacombs give us the original rulebook, maybe an updated rulebook, but not a brand new edition. And so lastly, the Horus Heresy. For me, I think we're finally going to see the news of Horus Heresy 2nd edition coming out. This is going to be exciting. I'm really down for a new edition of Horus Heresy. If we can get a new starter set like the Betrayal Account, I will jump wholeheartedly into a new edition of the game. I'm a massive fan of the novels and the story and all of that. And we'll have a video later out ranking all the Space Marine legions from my favourite to my least favourite. So get here to tell me how wrong I am. But for me, this is going to be the exciting one of like what we're going to see, what we're going to do with Horus Heresy, a new edition of the game, bring it up in line, change it up. I think we'll see another box like Betrayal Account as a starter set. However, I think we'll see something maybe along the lines of like Blood Angels vs Sons of Horus, or maybe Iron Warriors vs Imperial Fist. I think Blood Angels vs Sons of Horus is the one to go. A boarding action sort of game, giving us the story of the Siege of Terror and all of that sort of stuff. Seeing as where that's where the novels are taking us. I think that's what we'll see. Maybe, but yeah, I'm really excited to see what we get with Horus Heresy 2nd edition. Will they bring it in line with 9th edition rules? Will Horus Heresy work the same way? Will it keep, you know, the 7th and 8th edition rule set that it's always used? 7th, not 8th. And so it'd be interesting to see what happens with this. What do you hope for Horus Heresy? What do you want to see in a new edition? What do you like? What exactly do you want from this, if this is indeed what we're going to see? And so that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, leave us a comment and let us know what you liked about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine community we've got going at Sinful Gaming, you can do so by following the link in the description of the video to our Discord server. Lastly, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so either by joining our Patreon or YouTube members. Our Patreon and YouTube members help decide what content we do on the channel. If you'd like to help support, that would be greatly appreciated, and we'd love to give a shout out to everyone who has helped support the channel via Patreon, and that is our patrons: Christian Weir, James, Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shop First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, Donut226, Anton Nilsson, and JJ Austrian. And a special thank you to our YouTube members who, by the way, don't forget when we've got live streams and in the comments, you can use our special emojis on YouTube. You amazing people. Thank you to our YouTube members: Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, and a special thank you to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel, and to Xmorphic, who does an amazing job at all the background work in our Discord server. Thank you to both of you. You do an amazing job and do so much for the channel. That's it for today, folks, though. Stay safe and stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.